deadline. But I need a few minutes at the beginning of the show to talk about the embarrassment that happened at Citizens Bank Park last night. A total and complete embarrassment. And my fear after watching this game, and I know it is baseball and not football, but we have brought up the 10-1 Eagles over and over and over again. And my fear is that last night was the San Francisco 49ers game of the Philadelphia Phillies season. Like, I just keep hearing over and over again, it's a long season. It's a long season. These things happen. It's baseball. It's a long season. And it's the fans that say it, and it's the players that say it. And I believe that this talk of the long season, along with the hot start, has lulled everyone from the team to the management to the fans into complacency, and that was on display last night at Citizens Bank Park. Finally, we have a big series, right? The New York Yankees are in town. It is a spotlight series, one of the biggest spenders in baseball, one of the best teams in baseball. The likely American League MVP comes into town, and Ike tells me, don't worry, this is what will wake up the Phillies. The Phillies can't wake up for the Guardians because nobody cares. Okay, I accept that. Here are the Yankees. Did they wake up? Did anybody else look at that game last night and see a Phillies team that woke up? Because I didn't see them. I saw a woke-up Yankees team, but I didn't see a woken-up Phillies team. This team has been 500 since June 1st. For 2 months, they've been 500. That is, in case anyone is calculating this, that is as long as they were good. They have been mediocre this year as long as they have been good this year. And then we talk about the superstars. Okay, Zach Wheeler, best pitcher in the National League, right? Likely Cy Young, right? Stopper, right? Well, I know starts like this happen, but they can't happen last night. They needed an ace last night, and I just saw home runs going in left field, right field, and center field. And then Bryce Harper, Mr. The superstars need to show up, right? Mr. I'm happy to go home back to my family and go to Citizens Bank Park, right? Mr. He needs to be the leader on the team, right? How many hits does he have in the homestand? One? Does he have one hit in the homestand? JT Realmuto has been off the injured list for 2 weeks. You don't want to do a rehab stint? Fine with me. Better start playing like an all-star catcher then. Better start hitting. I don't have time to wait for you to work your way back into the lineup. Alec Boehm has 1 home run and 3 RBIs in July. 1 all-star home run derby. Look, he hit 20 in the home run derby. He has hit 1 in a month and has 3 RBIs. Mr. Standing Ovation was hot for about a week and a half and has disappeared. And everyone is just like complacent. Wait, it's fine. They'll be good. When? When will they be good? When? And to expect the trade deadline to fix everything that is wrong, do they need to add? Absolutely. But it was an embarrassment last night to watch the New York Yankees hitting home run after home run after home run in our stadium, not 2 months after the Knicks did the same thing in our place, laughing and pointing and hitting home runs. And finally, the last thing I'll get to here is I talked about complacency from the team, well, complacency from the fans. The fans were embarrassing last night. That is not supposed to happen in our stadium. This is not 1996 in the Vet with Met fans when our team doesn't have a chance. We have the best record in baseball, and I got to watch a game and watch Aaron Judge running around the bases over and over to MVP chants. To MVP chants in Philadelphia for Aaron Judge. And they weren't quiet MVP chants, they were loud MVP chants. And when this happened to the Sixers 2 months ago, all I heard was, this would never happen at Lincoln Financial Field. This would never happen with the greatest fans in baseball, the Philadelphia Phillies fans. Well, they all sold their tickets, or they decided not to go, or they're busy being complacent like the rest of the team is, because 40% of that crowd last night was Yankees fans. And from the team to the management to the fans, everybody's got to stop with this summer leisure activity like they're treating the Phillies, because the Phillies have the 4th highest payroll in baseball. They have the best record in baseball, and they have to start acting like they want to win the World Series, and we have to start acting like we expect them to. Because if not, you're going to see, they look like grown-ups last night. The New York Yankees, Aaron Judge, 6'8", Juan Soto, Jazz Chisholm, who just got there, by the way. I don't want to hear that you can't trade for guys. They've traded for Juan Soto and Jazz Chisholm this year. We've traded for a lucky reliever and a platoon outfielder. So that is what I have to say. The Phillies need to add an arm, and they need to add a bat, and they need to wake the hell up. Ike.
You good?
Yes, I feel better now.
First of all, I caught a stray in the midst of all that.
Sorry, it was just
no reason. I caught a stray, but it's okay. I'll take it.
It was a stray with love.
Yeah, I'll take it.
It was a blank.
I'll take it. Listen, you made a lot of valid points there, my brother. I tell you, you're going to be good at this, man. You're going to be pretty good at this. Because I think you speak for a lot of fans right now, and that's where a lot of people are. I could try to muster up an old glass half full, everything's going to be okay. We'll give it the college try, and I believe we'll be good as we come down the stretch. Listen, quite frankly, I don't think anybody wants to hear that right now. Even if I'm still holding on to that belief that this team will turn it around, because I do believe that. Let me get that out of the way first and foremost. I still believe in this team. I still believe in the star players on this team. It's a rough spot in the season. It does not feel good. Feels very uncomfortable. Everything you just ranted about is very valid and poignant. So there's no sense of really arguing against it other than I haven't given up on the team. That's where I'm at. And that's all I have. There's nothing they can do today that's going to change our fortunes. We need our best players to start playing like we're accustomed to them playing. I mean, if nothing else, Zach Wheeler is another example of guys just aren't necessarily playing to their potential. We're talking about arguably the best pitcher in the National League, certainly one of the best in all of baseball. The Yankees, for all that power in their starting lineup, they have struggled at times this year as well. So I didn't expect that last night from Zach Wheeler. But that's a Yankee lineup with that type of hitting. If they get going, are you really surprised? I mean, are we really? I'm sitting there looking at this team last night, fellas. As Jack and I stuck around to watch the early portion of the game.
It didn't take long.
It looked like, I don't know, a college team. I'm just talking about their actual size, like the size of the players. Just looking at these guys out here. It looked like men versus young men in the puberty. I'm not going to go so far as calling the Phillies boys. I'm not going to say we don't have major leagues caliber looking players. I just look at the damn Yankees players out there. Everybody, it looks like it's one of the, I couldn't think of one of the cartoons from our childhood where you just had everybody who looked like they were just muscle bound coming up to the plate versus like the Bad News Bears. Even though we're not the Bad News Bears.
It looked like before and after Captain America. They look like the after
They look
Captain
like
America.
a different team.
Yeah.
They really do.
And I look like the before.
Yes.
Yeah.
No offense.
I mean, does anybody else see this?
Yes,
I
they're
saw it
enormous.
last night.
Like, you see this team in person, and I'm looking at the Yankees, and I'm like, holy cow. Why do they all look like they're on something?
Might be.
I mean, they literally fill out the uniform and everything. I mean, that Aaron Judge, bro, seriously, I don't listen. Well, I know we're in a tough spot. Nobody wants to hear about the Yankees right now. I'm just saying.
They got two great hitters.
I'm
I mean,
just-
two
yeah.
all-time hitters, yeah.
Yeah, to watch these dudes in person, man, I'm like, my goodness. But, Spike, you're absolutely right. I feel you there, but I'll say this. This team needs to get their act together. The players, that's really what it boils down to. Dave Dombrowski may make a move today, but I don't think it's going to be the move that really shakes Major League Baseball. It's still going to boil down to the top 5 or 6 players on this team.
So,
Giglio.
yeah, let me address one of the things. The part about the fans coming down, I'm with you. I feel like the Phillies should be past that, right? The Phillies aren't an up-and-coming team anymore.
I said it in the pregame. I
should
saw
be
so many
past that.
Yankees fans. I was like, well, it's
And
so many Yankee
the building
fans in here.
sold out every night anyway. I was a little taken aback by that. But the other part, and it hit me when you said it, was last night the Niners game, because that was the moment with the Eagles that you could not be shook by what you saw, right?
Niners look different than
they
we
look different,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
they
They
blew the
look
doors
different.
off.
Yeah.
Here's why I am not ready to say it's going to be the Niners moment, because the Eagles never recovered from that. It was just one game. Like, this is just one series. There's a lot of baseball to go. There was a lot of football to go. They had games against the Giants and the
But we
Cardinals.
never recovered,
and
though.
They never recovered.
Yeah.
I trust this team more because they have more of a track record the last 2 years of getting into big moments and having a lot of big wins. The Eagles really didn't, right? They had a out of nowhere 2022, and
that was their first adversity, and they basically failed trying to overcome the adversity.
Yeah, I just trust that Schwarber and Harper will come around and they will get out of this. I felt it too a little bit last night, Spike. I felt a lot of people listened to you probably like as you said it, like, oh no, was that the moment?
Yeah.
But I just trust them, and I know we're not expecting a big thing. But at least we have a lever that Dombrowski could pull today. How we didn't have a lever in December, right? The season was over. They could just
they already made all their moves.
They were getting Shaq Leonard off the street.
Shaq Leonard,
yeah, like they could make more moves today to help the team, and that's why I'm not ready to go there because that really was the end of the Eagles season.